Sagittarius, this is your mid-March love tarot reading. I'm Ryan with Arrows of Love. Welcome back to my channel. If you like these videos and would like to see more of them, please click that like button and subscribe. It helps the channel and it's very much appreciated from me. All right, so Aries, Sag. I just did the Aries video. Apparently I'm still thinking about them. So Sag, we have some really amazing things happening in the sky tomorrow. I'm doing this video on March 12th. Tomorrow is the 13th. It's Saturday. And we have a new moon in Pisces. And this new moon is magical. It is the most potent new moon of the entire year. And a new moon occurs when the moon passes over the sun. They conjoin in the sky. The reason why this new moon is so magical is because Venus, the goddess of love, attractiveness, abundance, pleasure, social ability, is going to be conjoined just a few degrees away from the sun and the moon, and it's going to be right next to Neptune. And Neptune is this nebulous planet. It can often create confusion. It's about spirituality. It's about the beyond, the ethereal, but it's also about compassion and empathy. And it also creates longing. So there is some extremely romantic type of energy in the air over this weekend. And remember that the new moon is about planting the seeds for something new. So it can come to fruition during the full moon 2 weeks later, around March 27th. So this new moon is going to affect everyone a little bit differently. But just know that right now, Pisces, we're in Pisces season. And Pisces is all about compassion and empathy. It's about the dream state. It's about imagination, and it's about spirituality. So it has a very water-like quality to it. It's very emotional. It's extremely intuitive. So if you're getting psychic downloads, be sure you're paying attention to your dreams, because things could be off the hook right now for you, Sagittarius. So, and just so you know, Sag, Pisces is 4 signs past Sagittarius. So the 4th house is all about home. It's about family. It's about roots and foundation. And it also rules the mother. So, you might be thinking about switching up residence. You could be reviewing the foundations of your relationships, the roots by which you build your relationships. Things could be happening with mom too. So keep that in mind. The 4th house, it's very much a comfortable place. The moon rules the 4th house. So I have a feeling many of you might be considering a move. Things might be shaking up on the family front a little bit, but it's really about starting something new on the new moon, and that's on the 13th. The other thing that I want you to know about is that Mars, planet of action, vitality, virility, and that pioneering attitude, it's your get up and go, just moved into Gemini. And for you, that is your 7th house. It's on the opposite side of the zodiacal wheel. And the 7th house is about marriage. It's about one-on-one relationships and legal contracts. And when Mars is visiting your 7th house, if you're single, you very well might meet someone that's got pizzazz, to say the least. So with that new moon conjunct Venus and Neptune, it's extremely romantic and sweep you away. But I want to caution you. Pisces, the negative side of Pisces is that it's about escapism. So there is this tendency to want to escape reality. So this brings up drugs, alcohol, sex, any type of addiction, wanting to get away, not wanting to live in reality. So you really need to be careful about this weekend about wanting to escape reality, because there is this longing with Pisces that comes with this particular house and this sign. So it's like wanting something that's just beyond your reach. It can be very tempting. It's things from the ethereal that we don't clearly always understand, because Pisces is the 12th house, just in terms of the zodiacal cycle. So it's also endings. And starting anew. So when the sun goes into Aries around the 18th or the 20th, that's when we start the new, it's the new year in astrological terms. And for you, that will be in your 5th house of romance, fun, pleasure, sports, children. Some of you might be getting pregnant. Keep that in mind. It's very potent, this new moon over the weekend. So if you want to get pregnant, it would be probably a good time. If you don't want to get pregnant, keep that in mind too. So I'm just going to put that out there. But Mars in the 7th. Wow. Yeah, just be on your guard because people, that's when people meet their loved ones. So it's a big house for you. And this is where the eclipses are happening as well. We talked about eclipse season back in December. So the eclipses are happening on your axis in Sag and in Gemini. So this is when new things start to come about. So that's when you can start seeing this eclipse energy starting to manifest. So the new seeds are being planted around the new moon, and while Mars is traveling through Gemini until April 23rd, put yourself out there if you're single. If you're partnered, maybe you're just turning up the heat a little bit in your relationship. So that's what's happening for the most part for you over the next 2 or 3 weeks. Got some good stuff happening overall. Like I said, I think most of you, though, are probably thinking about home, family, foundations, roots, and could be some things with mom. So just an FYI. Not a ton happening on the romance front until the Sun and Venus, they're both going to enter into your 5th house of romance in late March, around the 20th and 25th. So, and the thing is, Venus is going to be conjoining the Sun. So Venus kind of loses her power, and then she arises again, and she starts her new cycle after she conjoins the Sun. So it's a big time. So, good things are on the way for you, Sag. All right, so I've been shuffling for a while. I'm going to give this one more good one for you. All right, so this is what we're going to do. I'm going to pull one card from the angel for the general energy, and then we're going to pull 3 cards for you from the tarot and 3 cards for your love interest, so you can see what's going on both sides. Take the messages that resonate with you, leave the rest. If you're looking for a personal reading, my email is in the description box below. My prices are reasonable. We'll take a look at your natal chart, and we'll pull some cards from the tarot. And feel free to just drop me a line. All right, Sag, here we go. Healing family issues. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. What did we just talk about? I love when the cards match the astrology. Family, 4th house, right? This is where the new moon is occurring tomorrow on March 13th. Family issues. They're maybe, like I said, this could have to deal with family. This also has to deal with mom. Moon rules the 4th house, and that's where the new moon is occurring. So new things are going to be coming about, but looks like there's some family things that need to be dealt with. All right, 3 cards for you. 2 of Cups. Just talked about romance and that 7th house. Knight of Swords. Here he comes. Page of Swords. Wow, okay. This is for them. 6 of Wands. 6 of Swords. Ace of Wands. Okay, so this is interesting. So we talked about family issues, okay? So once you start dealing with the family issues, this has to deal with partnership, 2 of Cups. It's not always about love, though, okay? This could be partnerships in which you are entwined in on the cosmic level. So oftentimes, people think your soulmate's going to be a loved one, and sometimes it is, okay? Most times, it's actually a family member, and you are intrinsically entwined with a family member. It's usually the one you don't get along with the most, okay? So I'm going to just say that for what it is. And you can see the two are holding cups. They're emotionally attached. And in between, you have the angel, and the lion is sitting there too. But this is, you are intrinsically entwined to one of your family members that you need to deal with. Some of you, this has to deal with your seventh house of actual partnerships, right? This is also known as the soulmate card. We just talked about Mars moving into that seventh house. So you could meet someone during this time if you're single, or you could just be renewing that amazing commitment in your partnership. It could really feel really nice during this time. Okay, so I'm going to caution just one thing here. I talked about the longing in Pisces. It creates a longing. It creates like something's meant for you and the universe sent it to you, and oh my God, this feels so great. But then you find out there might be something that is fatally flawed. And that's what happens with soulmates. There's always something that needs to be worked out here. So keep that in mind here, but they look like they are coming in hot. Here he is. Okay. Knight of Swords. Knight, the Swords energy are air signs: Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Mars just entered into Gemini. We might be dealing with a Gemini. So I want to just say one thing about this though. They come in very quick. They leave very quick. Keep that in mind, okay? They could be a little impulsive. They could be really just like fun, and you want to go out and do things, and they have all these great ideas, and they're very chatty. Gemini is the chatty Cathy of the zodiac, and they can just talk your ear off, and it can be fantastic. Gemini's about communication, but again, this is also your seventh house. So they're coming in hot, and you are getting messages, pages, Page of Swords. These are messages. So you're going to be doing a lot of communication with this person. It's going to feel like as if you two are intrinsically entwined spiritually. This is what you feel like, at least, okay? The energy is matching. Let me just step back. This is a family situation, okay? You're dealing with someone that's a little bit impulsive. You need to be very careful with your words. Okay, these two go hand in hand. This is communication. This guy can be impulsive. So this is cautioning you, Sag, on the family side. If it's not love and it's not your seventh house that's being activated here, this has to do with family, okay? So dealing with the family issues benefits your love life. So the two right now are being hit, right? Maybe there's some tension between the two. But you need to be very, very careful with your words. Don't come in rushing. You know, he's got his visor up. He's got his sword drawn. The horse is charging in, not really looking before he leaps. And then all of a sudden this communication comes in and it's like, oh, slow down, okay? You need to heal the family issues. This new moon is very good for healing. So Pisces is a very spiritual healing type sign. We talked about compassion and empathy. So realize everyone's going through something, Sag, and don't jump to any conclusions. Let the story unfold naturally. Okay, on the other side though, Six of Wands is very much, they're feeling like they won. Maybe they're infatuated, okay, on the love side. On the family side, they could be feeling like they're walking away with some type of victory. If there was an argument, if there was something that, you know, this new moon, I should mention, is also making a semi-square, and those can be challenging over to Uranus, which is sitting in your sixth house of health, work, service, and routine. It's also making a semi-square over to Saturn, sitting in your third house of communication. So, you know, just be careful here. On the family side, this could be very much feeling like they want an argument or something. On the love side, this could be an infatuation. They could be leaving something behind. They might be choosing between you and someone else. You can see here it's the man rowing away with what looks to be a woman and a child. So on the family side, you're leaving something behind. Maybe you finally just resolve an issue, okay? That could be it too. You're finally just letting something go. You're healing these family issues, you're letting something go. And then you start the new. Ace of Wands. This is the new start, especially for you. Wands energy is fire, Sag, Aries, Leo, but it's the new cycle. So you're letting something go, they're letting something go in order to bring something else in. If it's on the love side, I know this is supposed to be a love reading, but this has a lot of family stuff going on too. And remember, the two are entwined. Remember what this says here. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents, okay? As you let the situation go, you bring in new love, you bring in new passion. The universe reaches out and says, it's your time, Sag. You get that soulmate type energy. You got to deal with the family issues. Be compassionate, be empathetic. Try to look at it from someone else's point of view. Let's pull another card for the outcome. Ooh, Aries got this one too. So this is the Queen of Cups. So the Queen of Cups represents water signs. This is Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Pisces, new moon. So think about it this way. The Queen of Cups is very nurturing. It's the mother type archetype in the tarot. She's compassionate, she's empathetic, she understands. She wants to take care of her children. She wants to take care of her loved one. I'm not saying be the mother, but it's a mother type energy. It's about nurturing. You have to have that nurturing quality in order to heal the family issues so you can bring in this amazing energy while Mars is in your 7th house. It's a really good read, Sag. We always have to work through things. This just happens to hit the family house, but it looks like you have some really good energy around this weekend to possibly resolve any issues. All right, Sag, I hope you enjoyed this reading. We'll talk to you next time.